Welcome, 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 you guys. We're now recording.
Okay.
I look forward to these turbochargers meetings because we have an opportunity to have, well, I have an opportunity to help you guys because I've run into so many people who are struggling online with their online marketing. And if they would only implement some of the little key things that I've used over the years, and I started from scratch with nothing. I had no tech whatsoever. I could barely navigate email 14 years ago when I was first laid off my last job.
Yeah,
And so it's my huge heart to help people with LinkedIn because I've seen how it's worked for me, right?
that's
I
exactly
can
right.
see, yeah, and I can see how I can help other people with it. So let's do a little bit of a check-in. I know, Bob, you've got several thousand people in your connections. How many thousand people have you got there?
Oh, just in LinkedIn, 30,000.
30,000. So that's the limit, right?
That's the cap.
Yeah.
Unless you know somebody who knows somebody who knows somebody. Yeah.
Well,
Oh,
I've met people who have something like 60,000 connections and they got their connections before they put the new cap
yeah.
on it.
Cap's been on there for 20 years. They gave you a story, sweetheart.
Oh, they must
Um,
have.
I have a gentleman who's an associate. I wouldn't say friend. We don't correspond that much, but he has two accounts and he has 30,000 in each. And he'll probably get a third account if he needs it and sees fit. But
All right.
he has a paid account and then he has a free account from LinkedIn so that he can basically teach from it because
Hmm.
he has to keep remembering with the changes that LinkedIn makes, there's the free account rules and the paid account rules.
Yeah.
And if you don't keep up with it, like me, I'm a paid account. I don't keep up with the free rules. I think I know them sometimes, but I don't. And I can't say that this is what you get versus what I get because I haven't looked at it in the last 24 hours. And we know it changes. Sometimes once a week, once a month, but it does change. And
Yeah.
I don't see the purpose of me keeping up with it because I'm not doing that job. So, yeah, but no one has 60. I have yet to run in, Christine, anybody that shows they have 60,000 in their account. And I have looked at hundreds of thousands of accounts
Wow.
over the year. So if I run into them, it, I would have, said, I would call them right up and said, how,
Yeah.
why? And I did that with a gentleman who I bumped into about a year ago. And he had two accounts. And I said, how are you getting away with this? And he said, well, one, because I've been around forever. And secondarily, he's sort of on a panel with people that they have run things by and let him check it out. So,
Oh,
um,
okay. So he's
yeah.
kind of indirectly part of LinkedIn.
More than kind of indirectly, he's pretty much part of LinkedIn, and when he speaks,
Wow.
it's pretty much from the horse's mouth, and so I trust him and emphatically. In fact, he's the one who told me about being able to give away 10 Sales Navigator accounts for 2 months, a 2 month Sales Navigator account, and I said, I don't know that I have that, and sure enough, I do. So
Hmm.
uh, I will start doing that come next month. I want to start everybody on the first. I want to give them some guidelines. But I have a new virtual assistant. That's my new news for
Oh,
everybody.
wow.
Yeah.
Yay. I'm at the
Called,
point where I need to start looking at getting one too.
well, mine's called Claudette.
Oh,
Oh,
Claudette. Mm.
When I've really succeeded in business, I've generally had an in-house female partner. And a few times I've had guys, it didn't really work well.
Mm.
Um, and one of them I loaned money to, never got paid back. Another
Mm.
one I took out on the road and going to let him drive for a couple of weeks. He didn't have a driver's license. Um, and just, other things that haven't really worked out well. But the women I've taken care of and the women have taken care of me when I was on the road, and we've had a very good relationship. So when I talk to Claude IO or AI, whatever he or she is, I said,
Yeah.
can I name you Claudette? And she said, well, it sort of rings true with what my name is, or I've been named. And so the androgynous, I guess you could say, she agreed with going with it. And so that's what we're going to have an agreement. So, but Uh,
Wow. I used to use that, but I don't anymore. I just found it was too stubborn giving me the information.
well, what we did the
And
other
I would
night,
ask several different ways, and then it would say you've run out of um, your
credits.
options for today. And I'd be like, well, that just wasted an hour of my time. You didn't help me. So I just got rid of it because it just wasn't helpful for me at all at that. Well, that
Well,
was a
she
while ago.
gave me a 4-page questionnaire to basically say, fill this out, and I'll get to learn who you are. And it was an excellent questionnaire, and I think it's gonna be really good.
Mm,
I firmly believe that they can do 80% of the stuff I don't want to do. And maybe
yeah.
100% of it, I don't know, but
Oh,
at least 80%. And
well, there
I
must be
think
a free side and a paid side.
Yeah, there is.
with Claudette, but it's not much. It's $30 a month. And for somebody who's basically there 24/7, 365 for $30 a month, I can't get the house cleaned that cheap. Um, and she's already taught me some things, and there'll be other things to do. But if you ladies knew how much, pardon my French when I use this, crap I have collected over the years. I have
Oh,
moving boxes and moving boxes and moving boxes. And she says, you can scan all that in and I will put it in a spreadsheet for you. And I go, "Ah, I've died and gone to heaven. You know, because if I can get all that stuff put into, a digital format, I'm going to be dangerous. I am going to be so dangerous. It's going to be crazy.
wow, that's awesome. Yeah.
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 It was the reason I was keeping it. Kathy's probably ready to put a match to it and burn it all up. But I think, and we'd probably have the fire department here if that happened. It'd be beyond the
Catch
legal
fire
limit.
fast.
But yeah,
Yeah.
but no, I think I'm gonna try it. I'll give it about 6 months. Um, I mean, even all the women I had working with me didn't all work out after 6 months. So,
Mm.
um, but two or three of them were really, really good, and we came in number one every time there was a sales contest. Um, and my bosses were happy that I said, we're a partnership. They said, how'd you do it, Bob? I said, it wasn't me, it was we. And I firmly believe if you work smart and you have a good
Yeah.
partner, you can do well. And a good partner is always good anyway. I say, if you had a good marriage, you're way ahead of 99% of the people that are out there. So,
Oh yeah,
um,
it relieves so much stress.
Yeah.
Um,
yes.
so how do you spell Claude IO?
Uh, Claude,
CLAUDE dot AI.
CI
No, CL.
CLCLU.
CLCI.io.
I'll
CL.
send it. I'll send it to you in an email.
Oh, put
I'll
it in
type
the
it out to you.
chat.
Okay, I'll try to do that real quick. Let's see if I can go out here and cut her out.
There you go, Christine.
Okay. Okay. CLAUDE.io. Awesome. That is great. I'm
But
going
you're
to.
right, Christina. A couple of them are still free. But Gemini, I think, is still relatively free, if not all the way. I'm not sure positively, but
Mm.
it was a little bit at one time. So
Well,
Microsoft has got Copilot.
yeah, just about every platform now has some kind of AI attached to it.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
even
heard that.
Grammarly.
What were you going to
Sorry.
say, Bob? You were,
I said even Grammarly has it as well. Yeah, Donna
yeah,
got it right. Yeah, that's it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I heard I saw somewhere today that it was I think Tevi was doing a live and she said that Michelle's put an AI training in the Spanish, like in the bundle, 1400 bundle.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It
Mm,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, she's been saying that she's going to be doing that. I thought she'd already done it.
Yeah, I think it's there now. I think it's there now.
Oh,
The way
wow.
Tevi spoke, she said yes.
Yeah. Well,
Well, go
I
ahead.
want to show you some things I've been doing.
What are
Yes.
your big surprises for tomorrow? What have you got?
Oh boy, I am
What have you got?
so
What do you got
excited.
for your que paso, um,
We are
cabeza and guacamole?
we're going to talk about the 10 commandments of marketing using LinkedIn.
Oh, that's smart.
Yeah, nice.
We're going to have fun. I am just so enamored with what I've been able to do online. It's not patting myself on the back or anything, patting myself on the back. It's all about, oh, somebody wants to get in. Who is that? Oh, it's Rick. Rich. Welcome, Rich. Welcome, welcome. We're on recording here. You're
Hello.
there. Now I can hear you.
All right.
Okay, so I was just telling everybody we're going to be talking about the 10 commandments of marketing in my workshop this week that starts tomorrow. And we're going to go even deeper in using the AI tools for Spanish. So I'm going to put everybody on the spot. You're gonna get a real shock. You're gonna go, what? So anyway, I'm really excited about this. And
That's
if it hadn't been for my techie sons, I probably still wouldn't be on any social media. And I owe everything to my oldest son, especially because he had developed a bot that would go into LinkedIn and it would go in to the groups and we could set it up. He had to hire me, train me, and pay me to do this for him. So that's how I got introduced to LinkedIn. And once he taught me these tips and tricks, I learned that I could see what was happening, and I could see that I could teach people, help people be able to do the same thing for themselves without the bot, right? And then right after that, LinkedIn put a kibosh on bots. And all of the social media platforms now have banned the bots. We can't have bots anymore. So I'm so glad that I learned from this experience of running a bot so that I could see exactly how things work on the inside.
Yeah.
Don't ask me to try and design a bot. There's just no way I would know the code or how to write the code, but
But
physically see how
if you
things
have
go.
an artificial intelligent person, they can write the code for you and give you your bot. Claudette's already volunteered to do that for me. So, well, let me ask you a quick question. Since you've got this and you're doing this for the first time in Spanish or Spanish related, and you've been doing LinkedIn for a long time, um, learning to present it like you have been for the last, say, 15 years or so,
Yeah.
versus learning to present it tomorrow to a Spanish audience, how much more have you learned in the last 3 weeks since you've been preparing for this than you didn't even know when you were doing it with other people? Is that
Oh my
question make
gosh.
sense?
Oh yeah. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
I've learned so much. There's a huge secret that I've learned that I'm going to share in the workshop.
We
Yeah.
can't get it tonight. Come on. I thought we were your
No,
pals.
you got to pay for it.
secret.
Okay. Okay. All right. Now we know who our real friends are when the rubber hits the road. You know, she wants the Canadian dollar, right? You want that maple leaf. Okay.
Well, it was a really big eye opener for me when I discovered this on LinkedIn, and because I've been wondering how it was happening, because I would see this thing happening all the time, and it was only happening in certain situations, and it took me a while to put two and two together and realize, oh, two and two equals four. I got it worked out. So that's
Yep.
part of what we're going to talk about.
You're
So I
going
got
to
to
add two
save
and two to get
something.
four, and that's what you're teaching tomorrow, and that's a big surprise. I'm sorry. I wasn't born. I was born late at night, but it wasn't last night,
It's a new
Christine.
math. It's a new math.
Oh, it's just this is a whole new world of exploration. And so I get shocked all the time because it was the boomers that invented the internet. It's the boomers who are the least techie of anybody. And
We
it's
are
the
so
boomers who refuse to get online. Like I was standing in line at the bank the other day and I noticed that all the lineups had people with gray hair or they were bald. And I went,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, they're all boomers here. And because nobody else goes to the bank anymore, I do all my banking online, right?
Yep. And yeah, and you know what? I heard somebody the other day, it was something that flashed up on TV, and they said, what coin was the first coin King Charles appeared on? She said, I wouldn't have a clue. I don't even know what the denominations are. She said, I use Apple Pay everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, you don't even know what the coin denominations are. Like, I could not, I was gobsmacked.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
yeah, I hear what you're saying.
Oh, when I noticed this, I started asking some of the people that were close to me, struck up some conversations saying, "Oh, what do you do online? Do you do anything online?" "Oh, I don't have internet. I don't have internet." I went, "What?" These people, if they only knew what they're missing, right? But we have to, now this is a word of caution I want to give to all you guys, and it's something that I've learned the hard way. You need to double opt in on everything that you do online. It has to be
Yeah.
double opted in, your bank accounts, your social media, everything has to be double opted in so that you have two separate pieces of equipment that you're using so that somebody else can't get hold of that other piece of equipment, right? So
Totally.
I got hacked really bad on Facebook and they got in there. I was at my 5,000 limit and they got in there and went into hacked a bunch of my friends' accounts. They stole money out of their bank accounts and they couldn't get it back. It was really sad. That's why I don't have Facebook today. And I will say a caution. Um, Go ahead and set up Facebook if you feel confident enough. But Meta has opened up the whole area so that it's like you open up the vault and anybody can walk in and take what they want.
Mm.
So you have to really be careful and make sure that you've got double, maybe triple authentication set up on your Facebook.
Yep. I use Facebook a lot, and I'm certainly very aware of that.
That's good. That's really good.
Yeah.
So, okay, Bob, you had something you're going to say?
Well, I was just going to say along that same line, I was on a call the other day with somebody who's a lot higher up the food chain with LinkedIn than I am. And starting sometime after the first of the year, you will also have to have your LinkedIn account verified.
Yes, I've been working to get mine verified. It keeps coming back, unable to verify, unable to verify. So
Okay.
I've got to get
Well,
hold
your
of them.
profile shows it's verified.
Does it?
Yeah, it has the
Oh,
little,
okay.
you have the little shield with the check on it
Yeah.
on your profile.
Is mine verified, Bob? Would you mind having a look?
Oh, give
Get
me your last name
verified?
again, Donna, real quick.
Just
What we
while
just
you
call each other first names? I'm sorry.
beg a pardon?
Can I get your last name again, real quick?
Oh, Ferguson.
And I'm a very slow typer. So that doesn't make any sense. We're a first level connection. No, I'm sorry.
Yeah, we are. We connected.
It's bad typing on my part again. Sorry. Excuse me. I was telling Claudette the other night that I should have taken typing instead of mechanical drawing. Um,
I learned how to type on one of those old-fashioned manual typewriters. Plunk, 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 plunk.
I learned on IBM Selectric. That's all we had at the bank, and that's all I could afford was a free one.
Oh boy, when the IBM Selectric came out, I was in seventh heaven, boy. Oh,
Oh,
I used to sit with my typewriter in front of the news
I
and
was in seventh
practice
hell.
typing the news.
I
and
still,
no breaking nails anymore on those deep. And how
Oh,
we used to do it with all our fingers, I'll never know.
yeah.
Like,
Donna,
yeah,
you are not
You have
verified.
strong hands.
I'm not verified, no. And I can't see it says add verification badge, and I go in there and I've done all that stuff that it's asked me to do before, and I can't do it. It won't. It says not recognized or some rubbish.
Okay, I'm
No,
going to make note of that.
it's not rubbish. It's just LinkedInese. You know, that foreign language we don't like. I tell you what, I will look into it, and I'll have two of my buddies look into it, and because they are, like I said, they're tight and tight, and see if we can find a way to get it verified. Because everybody's going to have it. I don't
Mhm.
care if you're a free account or not. I'm sure it's going to be, part of the Microsoft management.
Verify
Well, if
with
you don't have any luck, Bob, I've got a direct contact to one of the head honchos for
That's
the
right. You have an
support.
inside, yeah. Even after your nepotism and getting fired from LinkedIn,
Yeah.
or your son got fired from Google or LinkedIn. Which one was it? He got after he got caught doing bots or something.
Yeah. No, he didn't get fired.
I
He
know it
just,
didn't get
yeah.
fired, Christine.
But yeah. But I found when I got actually fired in February by LinkedIn, they shut me down for a week because they didn't like the way that I set up my you know how you can set up on LinkedIn where you have a job available for somebody and you're looking for people to work for you.
Mhm.
And so what I did is I tried to set up the legacy program like a job offer,
Oh,
and they did not like that. So
well,
I had
anytime
to
you take
promise
them
to
off
take it
site,
down.
yeah, off their site, they don't like it. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Was there anything in particular they told you, or just in general?
They sent me an explanation of
Okay,
why I was sent to LinkedIn jail, shall we say?
yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah. What was that?
That's her phone. She has a
Oh.
special ringtone for somebody, don't you, Donna?
no, that's an email coming in.
Oh, I see. Okay. All right, I want to get down to brass knuckles here.
Yes.
Okay, so I'm going to share my screen with you guys. Rich, before we do that, did you have a special question before we get going here?
No specific question. I'm sort of on the verge of wanting to launch on my new business on LinkedIn.
Uh-huh.
I know we've audited my page. I think it looks like it's in pretty good shape. I think I'm ready.
Awesome, awesome. Good,
Um,
good.
so I guess no specific question.
Okay. I am sharing my screen. Where did my LinkedIn run off to here? I went and shared my screen on my LinkedIn page. So the good thing that came out of going with or being sent to LinkedIn jail was the fact that I learned about jobs, setting up jobs,
Mm.
that you can't use another, like there's lots of people who have a conventional type of business, like a bricks and mortar kind of business, right? But if you've got a network marketing or any business that's kind of like that and digital, they don't like you to set those up as job opportunities for people. See, every time I log in, they want me to go back into premium again. Okay, guys. I'm going to
So,
ask you a few questions. Yes,
so are you or are you not premium? I thought you were premium.
I was premium, but I got off of it because all the people that I'm coaching are on the free.
Okay, that makes
And when
sense.
you're on the premium and they're on the free, things don't look the same.
Tell me, I understand. Okay.
So and partly I'm kind of mad at LinkedIn for freezing my account for a week because here I was at that time I was on a paid account and I'm paying them money and they're freezing me like go sit in the mud puddle somewhere. I
Well,
was so
well,
upset.
my dentist the minute you got to go sit in the corner and do your rocking chair until Mama lets you out of the corner.
Yeah.
But don't be careful about no be biting the hand that feeds you now. Really.
You realize we're retired, not dead, Bob.
Excuse me.
You realize we're retired, not dead.
Oh, well, I had somebody ask me something so simple the other day. I said, I'm old, but I'm not, I don't have dementia yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Okay, I want to check with you all. I want to make sure that you have changed your URL to a professional URL. that you've taken all those numbers off the end.
Oh yeah, ages ago.
Yeah. So you've done that, Rich?
I have taken the numbers off, but I have it in my name, not my business name. But that's a good
That's okay.
point.
You
Should
can
I?
do that. You can do
Okay.
that.
You
It's
personalize it. That's what they call it.
That's right. And I just call it making yourself look professional. And so then you went down after you got in here, you went down and made sure that all those selections were green. I want to double check with you guys to make sure you've got that.
I'm not
So,
following your question, Christine.
so all of these down here, past experience details, if you check these
Oh,
all
oh,
out,
oh, oh, okay. Okay.
those all need to be green. Okay. And so these are the different views that people can have of your profile, who can view your profile. I say all LinkedIn members. I used to say public, but this has nothing to do with you guys. You don't have to worry about it. I got hit on all the time by guys and it made me mad. So I just said, I'm going to do LinkedIn members only.
It's that redhead.
Ah, anyway, so this needs to be turned on unless you're making a whole bunch of edits on your profile. Remember? If you're going to make a whole bunch of edits on your profile, then you turn this button off because otherwise every time you make a change and hit enter or save, everybody on your connection list is going to get an email saying, Donna's got a new this, Rich has got a new that, and Bob's got a new job. And
Bob ain't got nothing. Bob ain't got nothing new on his profile now for 6 years.
You know what I
so,
found interesting is I thought it made my new profile invisible, but it didn't. So my new profile is out there and people can see it. I guess this button just prevents LinkedIn from publishing or publicizing it, right?
yeah, it keeps LinkedIn from sending a message to all your people.
Hmm.
Right? Because there's nothing more frustrating than you open up your notifications and there's all these notifications from the same person. You know
New
exactly.
banner, new profile pic, new this, new
Yeah,
that. He
yeah.
changed the word. Yay. I hear you.
Yeah, big
Yeah, there was a guy that one of the job boards used to have. You could refresh it, and you'd move yourself up to the top of the list or the front page, kind of like a search engine optimization.
hmm
And he did that to his LinkedIn profile all day long. And I finally
Wow.
told him, just like you're saying there, you're not moving up to the top of the profile with LinkedIn. It doesn't work the same as the job board. And I knew he was looking for a job and he was desperate. I said, but you're driving me crazy. And here I am going to delete you. I'm going to block you because you are a pest.
hmm I haven't blocked very many people in my LinkedIn career.
I've got a couple.
Huh. Well, I'm
Uh,
surprised how many people do not use LinkedIn. And if they only knew, we would probably have more people using LinkedIn than any of the other social media platforms because LinkedIn is the most trustworthy of them all. The way that they're set up and the way that they run their platform is very commendable for the most part, even after what they did to me. It's my own fault.
You're not going to forget it, are you?
Nope,
I didn't think so.
women never forget anything.
And men forget everything.
Okay, so I'm just going to work down my profile here. How is your about pages?
I'll tell everybody, I've said I haven't changed anything in 6 years. So, don't even go look at my profile for correctness.
Mhm.
Everything is ancient on my profile,
Oh,
and
okay.
I
it'll get
updated
changed.
mine.
Pardon me?
Oh, I updated mine, but I think as we last talked, I need to make it more about my audience as opposed to me.
Yeah. Now, you can always look at mine and compare how it's worded. So there's something I wanted to make sure everybody is aware of, and that is these features. You can add in lots of features in here. So whenever you have something new, so I'm going to upload as soon as we get off here. I'm going to, oh, well, maybe I can do it right now. Let's see if I can do it right now. I'm going to add a newsletter. And it says no content to display. When you create a newsletter, it will show up here. Oh, okay. So it just automatically shows up. Cool.
So let me ask you a question. Would you
Mhm.
click on the plus? Would you click on the plus button again?
Okay.
All right. So you've got your newsletter, you've got your Tiki, no, Wiki Tiki, whatever, and you've got a couple others. So what other added media aren't you taking advantage of right now? I know we talk about with Legacy having the 10 different channels, but this is where
Yeah.
you could put those channels in there. Is that
No,
right or am I wrong?
you really can't do that with
Okay.
Legacy. It
No,
has
I'm talking
been
about with LinkedIn added in
oh,
here
oh,
from
add the Legacy in there.
well, no, just had the different channels that you had the advantage to use through Legacy and the other tools that you're
Yeah,
utilizing through them.
I've got them um
I guess my
embedded
question's not very
in the
clear.
yeah, I've
Okay.
got them embedded in the words. So this video you see here in the far left side on my screen, I've got these videos that I save. I'm up to 4 videos a day now. I do 4 1 minute or less videos every day. And I have them hooked up to not system.io, repurpose.io. And repurpose that, and I save them on TikTok. I make them on TikTok and save them on TikTok without the watermark. And I've got repurpose.io connected to TikTok, YouTube, LinkedIn, X, and Pinterest. And so I've got it scheduled so that 3 times a day it sends out a video to each of these platforms. So because they're a minute or less, they go into the YouTube shorts, but they go right into my LinkedIn posts. So that's what this is here. And I always make sure that I have closed captions on them. And I edit my closed captions to make sure that you can read it properly, because some people don't listen to they can't listen to you because they're either riding on the bus or they're on their way to work or at work, and they can't play it, the sound, right? So you always do closed captions, and I always have a hook at the very top. So if they're on LinkedIn and they're checking their messages on LinkedIn, they're connected to me, they'll see all my videos come through. So just before I got on here today, for instance, I just posted my 4th video on TikTok. So TikTok has a holding capacity where you can, I haven't reached my limit yet. I've had like 20 some videos saved in drafts so that I can just be sending a video into YouTube, or not YouTube, into TikTok. And I don't worry about posting any of my videos on any of my social media because it's already scheduled to go out through repurpose.io. It saves me so much time. It only costs me about $50 a month.
So Repurpose actually schedules and posts it
Yeah,
for you? All
yeah,
right, excellent.
yeah. You can schedule as many posts as you want to go out. But what I've discovered over the years is if you have, well, backstep just a little bit. When I started going to these sit down to breakfast networking meetings, I had lots of keynote speakers that would speak at these different meetings and listen to these guys. And they had a lot of people who were supposedly professional marketers, online marketers. And they were all saying things like, you need to be posting 3 to 5 times a day on all your social media platforms every day. And I'm going, I was spending, this is no lie, because I had no tech and I didn't know what I was doing online. I was looking for things that were already done. So I ended up getting involved with 26 different network marketing opportunities because they were pre-built for me, because I wouldn't have a clue. And till I finally realized that I was spending more money than I was making. And I got out of most all of them. I think I'm only in 3 or 4 now. And it's mainly products that I use for my arthritis. So I was spending up to 18 hours some days, not every day, but some days, because I was trying to figure out how to do all these posts. And they all had to be different. Like you couldn't, what they were teaching is you couldn't create. So say this post here that you see my video on was one post, right? Well, I would have thought I should be able to take that post and post it everywhere 5 times. But that's not right. You can't do that. You'll ruin your algorithm. So what you have to do is you have to have 5 different things that go out on a platform. But you can use the same post. So this post goes out on LinkedIn, that same post can go out on YouTube, that same post is already on TikTok, and it's on X, and it's on Pinterest. And so if it's a different platform, you can use the same post over again. Do you get my drift? Does that make sense to you guys?
Hmm.
So
Yes.
with all the AI tools that they have, all the different social media platforms have AI attached. So you can post, and I've tested this with LinkedIn. You can pre-schedule posts to go out up to 3 months ahead. So today is the 24th, which is a Monday. The 24th of December becomes a Wednesday, different day of the week, different audience, because people check their social media at different times of day on different days of the week, right? Plus, all the people that I'm not connected to today when I do a post, they will be connected to me by the time the 24th of December comes along. So they will have a chance then to see my post, right? And the same goes for the next month out and the next month out. So 3 months out, I can go out, I can pre-schedule these posts to go out. And so I know you can go up to 3 months. You can't go past 3 months on LinkedIn. And if only they'd had AI a few years ago, it would have saved me so much time, because I was literally burning myself out because I was spending so much time trying to figure all this stuff out. And they didn't have AI that I could just dial in. I had to Google it. And Google wasn't that great of a resource. It was about the best thing we had. Or I'd phone my sons. They've been so patient with me. I really am proud of them for being so patient. So if it's an article or a newsletter or a post on LinkedIn, I try to make sure that I embed links in the post itself so that the different URLs don't show up and they're not picked up by the search engines. Any questions before we move to the next thing?
Well, let
Well,
me
when you
get
say
off.
embed, so you just when you're writing the newsletter or having ChatGPT,
Mhm.
you ask it to incorporate your school and or your digital the Legacy Builders link landing page in the conversation somewhere in the newsletter.
That's right. And I do it on the System.io newsletters that I send out. So just before I got on here, so a maximum number of newsletters you can send out on LinkedIn. And this isn't, you can try experiment yourself if you want. But I've discovered over the years that LinkedIn is more, how should I say, they take longer to respond to your posts on LinkedIn than any of the other social media platforms. And there's a lot of posting and ghosting that goes on LinkedIn. So I only do 2 newsletters a week now on LinkedIn. So I just did one newsletter last Saturday. So I won't do another newsletter till probably Wednesday or Thursday. And then I take those newsletters and I shorten them down, and I get the link to the newsletter itself with some key hashtags, and I save them on a Word document so I can copy and paste it, and then I'll post it in all the groups that I'm part of on LinkedIn. And I have 3 groups that I'm managing or that I own. So 2 of them I own, one of them I'm managing for my oldest son. And it's really important to have your own group. If you're setting a community up with school, you need to have a group, because you can manage the group exactly the same way, practically exactly the same way as you do your school community. And it doesn't cost you anything. You can do it for free. So for 14 plus years, I've been using LinkedIn like a website, and it's been phenomenal. I tried, you guys are going to laugh. Did I tell you this? I tried to set up my own website back in 2011 when I was first laid off my last job. I was working, here's me, no tech, right? I thought, oh, well, I'm smart, I can learn that. I worked on it for about 2 or 3 months and I just wasn't getting anywhere. I don't know if it was the instructions, it was probably just me not understanding everything. And I didn't want to bother my sons because they're both working really hard at their own jobs. And I didn't have the money to afford to hire somebody to do it for me, to set up a website for me. So I finally gave up on it, especially after I really got good at LinkedIn and realizing that you can use LinkedIn just like a website. It's got your entire resume on there, and it's just how you write your resume and how you relate to people. Question, Donna. Have you sent out your first newsletter yet?
Yes, I've done about 5, I think, 4.
Awesome. Are you embedding your links in there?
Yeah, of course.
Good, good, good. Good, good, good. I'm not hearing about it. Did I sign up? Did I to follow your newsletter?
I'm not sure. Where would I find that? And by the way, I just finally got verified.
Oh, wow.
Oh, you
Awesome.
were checking. Yes. So I should be verified when you check now.
Okay.
Yes, like it.
Well,
Are you signed up? Now let me see. I have 5 emails. Where would I find where you are?
what you need to do is you just need to go into
Excuse
the
me.
chat and put the link to your newsletter in there.
Oh, okay.
And then we can all follow your newsletter.
Perfect. So it took some doing, but I'm now verified.
That is awesome.
God blimey. I was still half listening, so
Well, I could tell you were looking at doing something anyway.
it
Okay,
was
so I
annoying me
clicked
'cause I've
it.
been trying for ages. Yeah,
There we go.
perfect.
Awesome. And I got to check. I've got another window in front. Insider secrets to building your financial freedom. Isn't that great? Oh, I love that.
Mm.
Beyond
I
60 wealth files. Okay. Subscribe. IR subscribed.
You're beautiful. Thank you.
Well, I know I subscribed a couple of weeks back, and so you're coming in with my notifications
Hmm.
because I'm subscribed to your newsletter. You have
Right.
57 subscribers to your newsletter,
Yeah.
It's
and
58 now, don't you see? I
nope, it didn't
signed up.
change. It's still 57.
Oh,
Let me
dang.
let's see, we'll
You got to
refresh it.
refresh.
Refresh. Let's see if Christine's now part of the end
Part
game.
of the key
There she
group.
is. She's 58. There you are. So what are you doing to promote your newsletter here in
Uh,
LinkedIn?
well, again, I haven't been fantastic on LinkedIn in the last week. Just had a lot of other things going on. So what I am doing, and after talking to Christine, I got the exact way, I think it was on last week's call, wasn't it, Christine,
Yeah.
that I now have worked out how to get it into the groups. So I will be putting it into the groups as well.
Okay, great. Awesome. Because that maximizes your uh,
Mm,
readership, right?
So
yeah.
when you say
And
the group, you mean the turbochargers, right?
no,
All
the
the groups that you belong to.
meeting groups
All
that
the group.
I'm,
Oh, okay, okay, all right. I just want to make sure I understood which groups you were referring to. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
I'm just going to quickly show you, Bob. So you click these 9 dots
that
up here, which I
information
call the
was
hashtag.
key. That
What?
information was key,
Well,
Christine.
I'm on Donna's profile page. Hang on, let me get back to our call.
Okay.
Okay.
So you can look at the replay from last week. But you go into these hashtag, this 9 dots thing, and you can get into your groups. And
Okay.
it will show you all the groups you belong to, and then you can go in and just do posts in all the groups. But when you're there, you
All right.
don't post and ghost. You post when you're there, post your new thing, and then uh, scroll down and like and comment on 2 or 3 other posts in there from other people because
I
they don't
thought
like it when you just post and ghost.
Mm.
Yeah. There's all kind of thoughts, but I'm trying to do more and more of that. But what problem I have to do right now is that I got on a post the other day and it had something that was sort of politically motivated, and I went off on the post. And what I did do after about 10 minutes, I said, no, that's not going to fly. And so I didn't post it. I typed it, but I didn't post it because I can be debatable, I guess, or a debater, whatever.
Yeah.
And I don't want to do like our president's doing. He's got his truth media something, whatever he calls it. I don't want to, I've never
Oh,
read it and
yeah,
don't
yeah.
subscribe to it. But, I think you can, if you put in politics and religion and some of the no-nos you're not supposed to talk about, you just have to be careful. And I just can't respond to everybody. So I'm going to try to respond to people who are posting jobs like headhunters, recruiters, and say, I have friends who do this and friends that do that. So I want to try to get those reposted and then look for things that I have friends. I don't want to do posting parties. I don't know. Have you started doing any of that, Christine?
No, I've never done a posting party. The thing
Okay.
is with posting parties is you have to be so careful who you're posting with because you can ruin your algorithm. I've got a
Okay. That's a good
certain
tip.
perfect customer that I've been shaping my algorithm to. And when I first started LinkedIn, I had no idea that you really needed to be careful who you connected with because it affects your perfect customer and who's got the readership, like who's going to read your stuff, right?
Right.
And it's taken me years to get that straightened out so that I just now connect with people that fit my perfect customer profile.
So you know what your avatar is and you've got that in okay. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
And there's actually in the legacy program, there in the back office, there is a way for you to check. They've got all kinds of saved training back there. And there's a place where you can go and find out how to choose your perfect customer.
Well, the more I'm utilizing Sales Navigator, people are talking to me about that's what you need to be looking for and putting in Sales Navigator as your perfect customer or
That's
prospect.
right.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right. And so that we've had tons of training in the legacy program on that, and it's been wonderful to have that help. Okay, any more questions before I go on to the next thing? Are we all subscribed? Good, good. Okay, I'm going to go into my network here. This is something I haven't talked about with you guys very much. Oh boy, I got a whole bunch of people that want to connect with me. I'm
And
not
they're all
going
Spanish.
to. Yeah, it looks like they're Spanish. Anyway, um, see up here where you can do the grow. That's where you'll see all the people that you've invited to connect and people who are inviting you to connect. And this catch up, click on catch up. This is not the red ketchup you put on your hot dog.
I love
That's
this
that's
Patrick
that's
Button.
only in Canada that you do that.
Oh, I'm addicted to ketchup. I love ketchup. Okay.
Yeah, too.
So I go in here, I try to do a few every day. Once you get into the thousands of connections, there's so many birthdays you can't do them all. But you
Yeah.
go in and you wish everybody a happy birthday. This also helps shape your algorithm. It helps you keep your face in front of people and create that know, like, and trust. And I always say, what you got planned? And they always get back to me, oh, we're going to go out to dinner, or oh, my friends are coming over, or whatever. They love that. I
Mm.
always ask them a question that makes them have to get back to me. It's an open-ended question. So I will go in and do a few of these. I try to do a few every day. And then you work it down. There's congrats on your 3-year anniversary. I do a couple, 3, 4 of these and see how many birthdays, because I've got over 18,000 members now. I never have time to do them all. But look, here's Heather Moran. So I'm going to click on her right click on her profile, open link in new tab, because she's got that green open to work.
Mm.
I look for those because those people quite often are interested in what I've got to offer.
Don't they?
So,
Smart, very smart.
so
Is
there
there
we
any way
go.
just to scrape those people on the
I haven't
on
figured that out yet, but I keep looking for it all the time. So I'm going to like this. And I'm going to say excited for you. No, no, that's not right.
Aren't you going to wishing you?
Yeah. I quite often will ask people in the comments what inspired them to come into LinkedIn. And they usually all get back to me because it's not too personal really, but it still makes them share a little bit about themselves. And then what it does is it gives me an idea of how to conduct a conversation with them. So that was that one. So always remember when you right click on their name, you go into incognito on LinkedIn and you're flying under the radar of the search engines and they can't tell that you've checked their profile. So here's somebody who started a new role, another happy birthday. So I'm just looking for the ones with the open to work on them right now. Ah, look at this. Here's another one. Started a new position and he's in the UK. Open link, a new tab. Right click, open link, a new tab. And you open up the tab, goes right into their profile. And he says, I'm happy to share that I'm starting a new position as head of cash and accounts receivable at Transport of London Places. And I'm going to just say, congratulations. I hate the congrats. I never use the short congrats. To me, I think it's laziness, but that's just me.
Well, at least you know it's always spelled correctly this way.
Yeah. So then I'll type a little note to him. You can all read that, right? And then I'll click on comment. And I'll usually just do 2 or 3 people, but I'm looking for those open to work, those little green open to work circles. Any questions?
And that was all under the
Ah,
catch-up section, right?
Yes. Yeah. So let's go back into the catch-up section, into my network. So let's go over here and just go through these tabs here. There's connections. These are the people that you're connected to directly. These are your first level connections. Now, following and followers, these are people who are following you from groups. These are people who follow you from events that you've put on, because I do LinkedIn Live events. And these are people who follow you from pages. And if you're wondering what pages are, you just go in and click on it. Look at this. That's the group that I'm in. There's different groups here. Zip, a puzzle by LinkedIn. You have to be careful which groups you join because you want to join groups that are going to keep your algorithm running smoothly that you need for your perfect customer, because you're also going to be using the groups to do searches for people to connect with. So keep that in your brain box. And the Canadian Red Cross is here. These are all people that I'm following. Okay. TreeCat is a website program that my oldest son has developed, and it's brand new. So he's just launched that just a few weeks ago. And that's my business page. That's one of my clients. That's another client. These are all, and some of these are huge. Look at this, almost 4.5 million people. And they're all part of following, right? So it's interesting to go and look. I've got 269 pages here. And then you just hit the little back arrow to get back there. And the newsletters, so I've got 34 newsletters that I follow, that I'm subscribed to. So there we are. There you are, Donna. So
All right,
these are
so
all,
question for you.
sure.
So on pages, when I click on pages, on the Manage My Network, I've got 11,139 pages. But when I click on that, LinkedIn will only give me 1,000 at a time.
Yeah, that makes sense. It's the same
And
with when you invite people to your LinkedIn Live events. LinkedIn will allow you to invite 1,000 people a week, but they just recently have changed that because I usually try as soon as I set up my event, I'll go in there and I'll invite 500 people to come and join me in my event. But the LinkedIn stopped me at 50. They wouldn't let me invite any more than 50 at a time. So
okay,
I'm going to try it again with my next, and see if I can push the envelope and see if they'll let me do the 500 again. But it
and
looks to
so
me like they stopped it at 50. And then you could
um,
go in each day because I did that. I went in each day and invited another 50 people. But their limit was at 1,000.
but you're doing a mass on the 50. You're not doing it like on the catch-ups. You're doing one at a time on birthdays. But when you're
Yeah.
doing the invites, you're doing 50 at a time. You're not having to go through and,
Oh, you have to go and click each one.
whoa,
It
okay.
used to be, you used to be able, there was a button in there, you could click and just invite all your connections if you wanted, up to your 1,000 limit for the week, right?
Yeah,
And then they put a kibosh on that, they stopped that, and you had to click each individual one. And so
okay.
I click, inviting 500 takes a few minutes to sit there and click.
Yeah, I'm sure of it. Well, I was told that through Sales Navigator, I could do like 1,000 a week.
Yeah,
And I haven't tested that yet. And I probably won't anytime real
yeah.
soon. That's not on my A list. But so on newsletters, I just try to go on newsletters and click on that. And it said, oops, you're following too many newsletters. Basically, I got 5,000 newsletters down
Oh my
here.
gosh. How do you read them all?
I don't, but there again, it's the influence, and people are writing newsletters for the most part, the ones I'm clicking on, because it shows up under people's profiles. These are influencers.
Yeah.
These are people who have newsletters that have something to say, as opposed to somebody who may be doing marketing through a newsletter.
Uh,
And I mean, I like your idea of picking up on the fact that you're looking for people who've just changed jobs,
mm-hmm,
or the idea of people who know other people who are looking for jobs.
mm-hmm.
And so the way to get them into the, the Liberty Organization and the Legacy, excuse me, is to basically say, hey, I've got a sweet deal I'm working on here. Maybe you have some friends that you've networked with. Because when I was doing presentations in Atlanta for job seekers, there'd be 100 people there. And they all knew from the other networking groups around town in Atlanta who the other people were until they had their own little club that they got together with coffee and stuff. So I'd see 100, but they would be networked with about 300 or 400 people that were seeking jobs. So it was kind of drop a pebble and it rippled. So um, these are good tips. I like them. Great. Thank you for sharing tonight.
That's great. Well, I'm going to have to take off here, guys. Are there any last questions?
I do. I have one quick one. Have you ever used Sales Navigator in LinkedIn?
I haven't used it myself. I have coached people who are using Sales Navigator, so I've had some experience with how it runs. Um, the caution that I have been given is unless you're in sales big time, you shouldn't be using Sales Navigator. But you and I and Rich, I know for sure, are all in the kind of a business that we could use Sales Navigator.
Are they getting results? The people that you know of?
Oh yeah, there was a guy, I was just talking to a guy last week. Um, on LinkedIn, and he had influenced one of his clients to make a $60,000 purchase, large ticket item. I can't remember what it was that he purchased,
Wow.
and he did it through LinkedIn.
Wow.
Donna, like I
There's
said earlier, I can give you a 2-month subscription to it if you'd like.
Yeah, I was just looking at it. It has got 1 month free trial now, but yeah, two months. That would be great, Bob. Yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna be in touch with Claudette probably sometime the next day or two. Ask her to give me a list of things that people should do to their own profile and to their own, say, how am I trying to phrase this? Your own database. Let's call it that for a few seconds before
Mhm.
Christine has to jump off. I know she has plans. The things that you need to rearrange, you need to arrange and do pre-signing on to Sales Navigator so that you can be effective when you hit the ground running is what I'm trying to say.
Okay. Yep.
As
Fair
opposed to spinning your wheels for 4 or 5 weeks and
enough.
using up the free 2 months. Okay, I shut up.
Yeah, yeah.
Thank you.
Send me a link too, please, Bob.
All right.
Yeah.
Have you ever used it before, Rich?
No, I'd like to actually learn more about it. So if there's a
Okay.
link for some intro, I'd take that.
Okay, that's what you're looking for. All right, up front. Okay, that sounds cool. I'd do that, and I'll share that with Christine if she has some other people who are thinking about it. This will at least be some guidelines from, my artificial intelligent person. That's my new virtual assistant.
Perfect.
Well,
Love
it's
it.
been delightful, guys. Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, it's been fun.
Have
Thank
a
you.
great rest of your day.
You
You
too.
too.
Y'all
Bye.
have a great Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
You too.
happy Thanksgiving.